In this module, you will learn to separate mud from muddy water by sedimentation and separation of clean water by decantation and filtration. How to get clean drinking water from this muddy water? Well, we shall use few methods to separate the mud from this water-mud mixture. For this activity, we need 2 beakers, a sample of muddy water, a tea strainer, a piece of cloth, funnel, and filter paper. When the heavier component in a mixture settles, the process is called sedimentation. After sedimentation, the process of removal of water above the sediment is called decantation. Separation of finer impurities from the decantate using a filter paper is known as filtration. Take some muddy water in a beaker. It is a mixture of soil and water. Stir this mixture well and leave to settle for half an hour. The mud settles down at the bottom of the beaker by the process of sedimentation. Now, transfer the water at the top of the settled mud by tilting the beaker to another empty, clean beaker. The water thus obtained is called decantate. As the next step, pour the decantate through a tea strainer. This is called filtering. Is it possible to get the clean water after filtering the decantate with the tea strainer? No, the tea strainer is not able to filter the fine particles as you see the filtrate. It is not clear and contains mud. See, the water obtained is to be filtered with a fine cloth. Some mud has deposited on the cloth, but the water obtained after filtration still contains mud. A filter paper which can separate the fine particles of mud from the water. A filter paper has smaller pores than cloth and hence can be used for this purpose. Place the filter paper in the funnel and pour the water obtained after filtration with cloth. Look at the filter paper after filtration. You can see that fine particles of mud are deposited on the filter paper and the filtrate obtained is free from impurity. In this module, you have learnt that when the heavier component in a mixture settles, the process is called sedimentation. The process of removal of water above the sediment is called decantation. Separation of finer impurities from the decantate using a filter paper is known as filtration. The use of a filter paper is a better choice for effective filtration as it has small pores.
We take the solution in a kettle and cover it with a lid. Now gently heat the kettle for some time. Heating transforms water into vapor that escapes from the spout of kettle. Continue heating till all the water gets converted into vapor and only salt is left behind in the kettle. Thus, salt dissolved in water can be separated from the water through this process. This process of conversion of water into vapor by heating is called evaporation. In order to obtain the water while heating the salt water, hold a plate containing ice just above the spout of the kettle. When the steam escaping through the spout comes in contact with the plate containing ice, it condenses and forms water. This process gives us back the water. This process of conversion of water vapor into water is called condensation.
I want to test whether a glass of water can dissolve any amount of sugar.
What's there to check? Quite a lot of sugar can be dissolved in a glass of water.
I don't think so.
Okay then, go ahead and test it. We shall find out the truth.
This glass contains water, while this bowl has sugar.
Only this much sugar. Bring some more.
Let this much sugar get dissolved in the water first. Then I will bring some more.
Okay, let's start.
Put a spoonful of sugar into the water, miss.
See, a spoonful of sugar completely dissolved in a glass of water.
Wait, we shall add more sugar now. Miss, keep adding more sugar in the glass.
Oh no! The sugar is not dissolving in the water anymore.
Exactly. This is what I was telling you.
So it means that if we take fixed quantity of water, only a fixed quantity of sugar can be dissolved in it.
Not just sugar. Any dissolving substance will have a fixed quantity that will dissolve in a given fixed quantity of water.
That means things like salt, baking soda, etc. will also have a fixed quantity that dissolve in water.
Yes, if you want, shall we try this test with some other dissolvable substance?
Hey, if we do all the work, what will our friends do then? Friends, try this test with the other dissolvable substance and do tell us your experiences in the comment section below.
Okay, now tell me, what would you call this solution when sugar cannot be dissolved anymore in the water?
When sugar dissolved in water, a solution was created. So what else would you call it other than a solution?
It will be a solution when any substance dissolve in it. But when that substance cannot dissolve further, then it is known as saturated solution.
Saturated solution. This means that when no more sugar can be dissolved in a glass of water, the solution is now known as saturated solution.
Correct.